If you could punch anyone in the world, who would you choose?
Just a solid right hand on Conor McGregor's face would be pretty satisfying.
Why haven't you fought KSI yet?
Yeah, look, good question. I have tried so hard with this team to make that happen. I'm ready. I'll fight him anywhere, anytime, any place. I've said we can do it in London. You could be the A side. I think he just knows what will happen, especially now. You know, the guy's been sitting on his computer making try not to laugh challenge videos while I've been knocking out professional boxers and sparring. So, I think it'd just be bad for him to take a L. Man, this is a grown-ass man sitting in his room doing try not to laugh challenges. It's not for me.
Tommy Fury said you won't fight him because you've got no balls. What's your response to him?
I recently went to my doctor, and he, in fact, confirmed that I do have two balls. I have two balls. I'm looking at him right now. This guy, he doesn't want the smoke with me, man. He doesn't want it. He fights because his dad and his brother fight. I fight for a completely way different reason than that. And when someone tells you to be a fighter, it doesn't last. You have to want to be a fighter for yourself.
Do you still have Floyd Mayweather's hat?
I do not have his hat. That was the one thing when like all the 20 guys were on top of me. I was like, I got your hat. I got it. They were like, just give us the hat. Just give us the hat. I was like, no. And then like 3 of them started prying it out of my one hand. And then when I gave them the hat back, they got off of me. So I think they just wanted the hat.
If you could punch anyone in the world, who would you choose?
Just a solid right hand on Conor McGregor's face would be pretty satisfying.
What will happen in the Woodley fight?
I'm gonna knock out Tyron in less than 2 rounds. He's gonna face plant onto the canvas like a bad BMX fall. Like when the guys go over the handlebars and smash into the canvas, that's what's gonna happen. Preparation breeds confidence. My team's amazing. I'm amazing. I've done everything right. So there's nothing I haven't done to win this fight.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years from now, I think I will be a retired world champion boxer.
You've received a lot of hate online. Does it ever affect you?
Yeah, I think when I was a bit younger and first experiencing, a lot of the hate and the comments and seeing all of it, it affected me a lot. It's not an easy thing to go through. Even if you like try to ignore it or try to be like, oh, that doesn't bother me, it sort of always is like creeps up on you and is like, yeah, that bothers me. I've learned to deal with it and I've learned to become confident in myself. I think boxing has helped out a ton with that. And now I'm, using my foundation, Boxing Bullies, to try and fight back against bullying and have a voice against cyberbullying.
Are there any other sports you would try your hand at?
I've thought about going and doing some NFL workouts after boxing. There's sort of like an itch in the back of my head of like, man, go to the NFL just to say I did it. I'm fast. I can run a 4.4 second 40-yard dash.
If you could have a beer with a celebrity you haven't met, who would it be?
Man, that's a good question. I honestly think I would pick Shia LaBeouf. I watched one of his interviews and he just seems like a very interesting guy that I think I have like a lot in common with. You can just tell there's like a lot going on in his mind, and he's a bit older than me. And so I think he's gotten to a point where he's able to like express himself. I've struggled with that a little bit. Like, how do I express myself as the artist? So I kind of like looked up to how he was able to like do that and become a master of his craft.
I'm apparently invisible, and I thought this only worked in a WWE ring when my opponent was incapacitated. But it actually also works on the internet, I think. Am I invisible? I don't know. At points, I think I am. And then there are points I wish I was. And then there are points I know I'm not. So I don't know if it's dangerous, but I got a superpower, so you can't see me.